My goodness. That's really good. I like that. Oh, sorry, I wanted a hat. Alright, so by far, one of the most fun things to do as a producer is going to be using one-shots. Using one-shots are a great new way of making your guys' melodies, and it's not being used all that much. A lot of the industry standard producers are using a lot of one-shots right now, like everybody from Internet Money and Kenny Beats too, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, it is just a quick, easy way to spice up any sort of melody that you're creating just by using the tools that the MIDI has that you cannot have inside of a VST. And here's what I mean, alright? So I made this melody right here. But the next step is going to be creating a one-shot out of all the instruments used for this melody loop. And how we're going to do that is by opening up Edison right here, hitting the record button, always use C5. And then just hold out the duration that you want. I know inside of Edison right here, I think it's a little bit more important to actually have it be a little bit longer. You know, you don't want to get rid of any of that atmosphere that's creating at the tail end. And this is obviously guitar right here, so it's going to be a lot of transient and then fading out very quickly. All you've got to do is go over here and then generally go until you can't hear the noise anymore. But here I'm just going to be using this part. It does not matter how long it is, and then hit trim. But you want to make sure there's no clicking or popping, so just go over here, highlight all the end, and then hit fade out. And same thing over here at the very beginning, grab a little bit of the front end and then hit fade in. And now we've got our one shot right here. Alright, and there we go. Our one shot is created. All we have to do is drag it over to our channel rack over there. And I'm just gonna be doing it to the other two instruments right now as well. Okay, so I've got all three instruments right here, the guitar, the pad, and the bell. And then all you gotta do is go over here, copy, and finally paste. All right, so now we can go inside of the MIDI and see what we want to do for these elements. All right, so obviously some dynamics will be changed here, like do we have to use cut itself? Do we have to use the envelope parameters? I'm not gonna be going over everything that I've done here, just so I can focus more on making the melody loop as best as I can. But I do have a video right up in the corner right there that everyone does seem to be like all about using one-shots correctly and what they can do for you. I do like to normalize everything here too, just because that's the way that it came in the VST. And then you can just go and copy the parameters if you want like that. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually going to be duplicating this one right here, just because it's gonna be a little bit more difficult to use these chords. So I'm just gonna be putting them down over to this one right here. Same thing for this one as well. I don't have to do this, but because I do plan on using slides, it would make it sound very weird if I didn't do it. So this is gonna be on different patterns right there. So let's go and work on just the guitar right now, all right? And it's gonna be very simple. It's gonna be grabbing a very small note and then hitting slide like that. See, that actually sounds pretty good right there. See, the only problem sometimes is that when you slide with a longer note, it doesn't sound quite as good. Like, yes, it sounds okay, right? But it just sounds like a little bit eerie and a little bit sharp. So if you just make it short like that, it just sounds like the actual guitarist is sliding with their finger. You know, that's gonna be a little bit more natural, I think. And that actually did sound really good, so I'm gonna be using that one. See, that one did not sound good. I'm hearing something like right here, I think. Very subtle, nothing too crazy there. There we go, okay. So I knew that something sounded a little bit off there, and that's because I didn't have cut itself on there, which I wasn't going to use at first, but it's gonna make the sliding a little bit weird. Now after cutting itself, I put it down to A sharp and it sounds how I want it to. That might be okay. See, you don't want to go too crazy. Like, that's gonna sound like a Mario jump. That's not what I'm trying to go for. That might be fine. Just little subtle, it's like pepper stuff here and there, nothing too crazy. And I think it sounds better than before. Like this slide right here, I really like. So good, ends it perfectly. And why these slide tactics are so important and why I think it's gonna be the best way to make melody loops is going to be, it almost sounds like you're replicating the human voice, right? Like you can't hear a word here, but it's going to sound more like a human voice. And I think that's gonna be super important in the future of producing. Let's try messing around with these guitar chords though. See, that's perfect. That sounds exactly like a slide down for like gross beat or something like that. That's actually perfect. I'm gonna put it over here instead, and that should be good like that. actually, you know what? I liked it better over here just because it's not getting in the way of the melody at all. Cut itself, cut itself, cut itself. That's actually really cool, man. I really like this. The one thing that I will say about using one-shots is, compared to the first loop that I made with Omnisphere, this one sounds a little bit more empty in a sense, only because it's being cut by itself, which was not being done inside of Omnisphere. So one thing that we can do is go put everything onto a mixer channel. We can try and have some sort of send over here for our reverb. I'm going to be using my FabFilter Pro R, and I want some pretty intense reverb. I like how full it sounded beforehand. That is perfect. Oh my gosh. This sounds like Juice WRLD's right after he passed away, a single came out where it was called Righteous, and then it went on the actual album. Freaking loved that song before the album even came out, and I fell in love with it so hard. And this gives me similar vibes, so that's pretty cool. Let's start adding some drums on here finally. I'm sorry, I didn't mean for this video to be a tutorial. I really didn't want it to be. I want it to be more of like I'm just doing my own thing. But I'm having a lot of fun explaining about one-shots. They're the best tool for any producer, I'm telling you. Oh, I never like this clap. It sounds like there's water being swished around. Those last two were just kind of a mistake. That'll work, that's fine. That was so bad. All right, Alt Q to save the day, and we're just gonna be done with that. And then right here, we're going to do the classic old, go down to every 1/3 beats and then hit Control U. This is the perfect vibe I was trying to go for today. This is insane. Do you guys want this melody inside of the pack that I'm releasing for you guys? It's gonna be a premium pack, but I can definitely put it in there if you guys want me to. All right, let's split up by channel and start doing some work. Pad, bell. We'll save you for the hook, that's fine. Definitely not you two for the first 4 bars. Okay, and then I need like a bar. I need like 1 bar, and then we'll drop into it. Okay, so before we hear that sound, let's go get a riser real quick. My goodness. That's really good. I like that. Might be a little bit too loud still. That could work. It's a little bit too quiet though. What if we just go and do this? That actually sounds kind of beautiful. That's perfect. Get rid of those, maybe. This is great. Perfect, we're on the downbeat right there, okay. Oh god, it's so perfect. This arrangement is flawless. Oh, why not? We'll go and double the hook for the last one. Honestly, this one should be a 16-bar hook because it's definitely melodic. I just think that, you know, for my YouTube videos, I have to show it at the very end, and I'm just trying to get 20 seconds out of it, so I just want to get the point across, and that's it. Actually, yeah, screw it. Just get rid of this altogether. About to run out of time. That is the end of this video because I have got to go ahead and wrap this up. Okay, so how did we feel about this beat today? Oh my god, I loved it. such a good beat. And because I think the reason why I love it so much are these slides that we were able to put in there because we were using one-shots and not just a VST. It just makes it sound so much more natural, you know? So I think that using one-shots is probably the most fun, at least for me anyway, the most fun thing to do while being a producer. It's just, you can't beat it. And I challenge you to go and use more one-shots inside of your guys' production. And remember, I do have that video and the card right there in the corner showing you guys exactly how to use one-shots correctly. So that is going to be it for me because the camera's about to die. I gotta speed this up. All right, so drop a like if you guys enjoyed the video. Be great. Subscribe if you want. It'd be awesome. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.